we go. All right, so the sound's going to be not quite as good this time. Buzzing sound. All right, and now YouTube's telling me I'm live. I thought I was live before. But anyway, here we are. Happy Friday. I think this is the third time I've said that now, but today we're going to be exploring some Chopin. And the reason I wanted to do Chopin is because I was totally inspired by watching parts of the International Chopin Piano Competition. Comment if you've heard that. Because it's a huge competition. I mean, there were people from all over the world, and I've been hearing mazurkas and all the sonatas and the preludes and the etudes, and I tell you what, these people from all over the world just sounded fantastic. So many different interpretations of the G minor ballade. If you know who won, don't tell me. Don't give me any spoiler alerts, because I'm really kind of trying to make my way through the entire competition, and I'm getting to the finals now where I can watch all the piano concerti and everything. So that's why I thought, let's do a little Chopin, because I was totally inspired by all that. So we got 5 people watching. Wonderful. Welcome, everybody. And I hope the sound is working a little bit better. All right, so we're going to just jump right in. And I'm going to start with Opus 6. This is the Opus 6 mazurka. Like I said, if you have your score handy, please do check it out. I think you can all see my hands. I'll maybe move it just a tad down so you can see a little bit better there. Yes. All right, Opus 6, number 1. I'm going to take the repeats just because it's like second chance. That's what I like to call it. Section's tricky. Yes. Yes, buzzing gone. Yay, I love this piece. Yes. Fall back, kid. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. How many people we got here? 4 people watching. Excellent. Yeah, it looks like the stream almost looked like it started over 76 seconds ago. Interesting. Oh, Jake C's saying something. Can you sometimes, because of backstage on the wall, is it possible to turn off? I don't know what that means. Let's see. I'm gonna this middle section. It's interesting what Chopin's doing there. So there's a G sharp. So he's taking sort of interesting. That spot requires a little bit of practice. Oh, light. You know, I can try to change the light a little bit. We'll see. I don't want to spend too much time trying to get the right light there. It might be a little bit better. Still got a little bit of the glare there. The music's a little bit darker, but I can still see. That probably looks a little bit better, yes? The lighting is always a tricky thing because sometimes the light is blasting in from the sun like in the middle of the day when I have my students in there. They're like, Miss Jennifer, can you put that down? All right, let's see. This is in a different key. Looks like we got a little C sharp minor for opus 6, number 2. Sotto voce, sotto voce. Sotto voce means under the voice, which is kind of a weird marking, but it means really softly. So I like to use the una corda pedal, left pedal, if I'm doing that. This one looks like it's slightly on the slower side. Oh, let's give it a try. We'll look through to see if there are any wacky things. I see some double sharps. Not loving that, but we will go with that. Your head is now visible. Oh, that's good. Okay, all right. There are a lot of distinct flavors with that one. Yes. I like how he goes to this a very kind of mild A major, but then he spices it up in this yeah, it has a kind of modal feel to it, which gives it a little extra spice. Chopin's got some stuff. How do you practice your trills? Ooh, good question. Trills. Lots of different ways you can practice trills. If you're first starting out practicing trills and you're sort of like, you know, intermediate, sometimes starting with one note and then dum, 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 and then do the opposite. kind of do a measured outro. And then practice different finger combinations. 1, 3, 2, 4, 3, 5 work really, really well. 2, 3 is good too. 4, 5 is terrible. So that's just something to keep in mind. So you can practice. If you have someone that's listening in the house, they're probably going to complain about it. So it might be one of those ones to practice on the keyboard. Put your headphones in, right? Because that can be a little bit distracting. I think Hannon has an exercise, I think. Something like that, you know? Good question. Yes, trills are notoriously difficult to practice. It's best to practice them too in context, right? So in the case of this Opus 6 number 2, you have to decide how many rounds to take. If you just want to go yum, or if you have a turn, that's something to keep in mind as well. All right, this one is in E major. Looks like it's 3 pages, so this is Opus 6 number 3. Yeah, the early mazurkas are interesting. Chopin's sort of coming into his own. You can tell that there's a little bit of ambiguity in some cases. I don't know. What do you think? Comment. Make comments. All right. This is Vivace. I ain't playing this Vivace. I'm going to try a nice slow moderato. Strange, yes. These are some really interesting pieces here. Gustavo, welcome Gustavo. Gustavo's giving the clapping hands. Always a nice thing. Since I don't perform much live these days, I like the virtual clapping hands. Warms my heart. All right, we're going to skip some of these earlier ones, maybe go to some of the later mazurkas. Let's see, Opus 7. I'd like one with some flats. How about some flats? Ooh, here's one in C major. Let's do a little C major. Give me a little break. Opus 33, number 3. I don't believe I've sight read this one before. Doesn't look all that familiar. Sometimes I forget what I sight read though. Simplice. Simplice means simply. Yes. I don't see anything too crazy. It does change to 4 flats in the middle, so I'll keep an eye out for that. Opus 33, number 3. Beautiful sound there. And Opus 33, number 4 is the famous one. I do like that one. A little bit on the longer side. He really has a lot of those in that particular piece. Here is, why am I ending up with all these 4 sharp ones here? Let's see. Opus 50, number 1. Should we give that one a try? Yeah, let's see. That's a 4-pager. Let's see. Vivace. I'm not going to play it vivace. Let's see. Only 1 sharp for now, right? How often do you sight read in order to keep your skills sharpened? Good question. I actually sight read for singers at least once a week. One of the jobs that I have, I work with a company, singers at a local university, which is wonderful. I get to sight read lots of new music, get to sharpen my skills with some old music that I already know. So there's usually some new piece or pieces that I sight read at least once a week. And then I sight read for fun, and then I sight read for all of you, which is also one way I can keep my skills sharpened. But I need extra practice with keys that I'm unfamiliar with, right? So we don't have a lot of pieces that are in 5 flats, 4 flats, 5 sharps. So that can be sometimes a little tricky. All right, good question. Unusual chord changes in that one. Yes. Hello, Paula. Good to see you. Oh, that sounds really enjoyable. It is an enjoyable piece. Absolutely. All right, for fun, I'm going to look ahead to some of the preludes. I have played some of these preludes, not all of them. But let's take a look at... here's Prelude in E major. This is from Opus 28. This is marked Largo, a tempo that sounds a little appealing to me right now. not super fast. Yes. Make sure the page stays open. It's a one-pager. It sounds like another piece of music. Sounds kind of like hymn-like or something. Yeah. Oh, the F sharp minor is a tricky one. I learned that years ago. I'd have to try to relearn that one. Here's the very unusual prelude in A minor, another lento. Got a really mysterious left-hand part. That spooky little Halloween-like. I'm adding sharps. Sorry, Chopin. Wait for it, major. Ah. One of the more very strange pieces. Yes, this is perfect for this season. Yeah, but this stuff is really very kind of labyrinthian, right? And then when it goes, sorry, I can't help but think of the D.A. Serie, right? We need a remedy for that spookiness. Let's go to the next one. It's vivace. I'm not going to do vivace. This is going to be slower than vivace. Seriously? Yeah, this is typically supposed to be quite a bit faster. Gustavo, thank you. Amazing one. Yeah, isn't it a great? Yeah, but it's usually. The nice thing about that is that my fingers are kind of getting used to that after a while. It sounds a little bit like you know this piece? No, wait. I'm thinking it's wrong key. Wrong key. Is it the Barker one? So again, so many great recordings of that and with performances of that live from the Chopin International Piano Competition. I had to laugh when I was watching it because people were commenting, oh, he's too fast, too slow, oh, he messed one note up. I'm thinking they literally have to memorize hours of music and people are on there commenting, he missed one note. You know, they're playing like... missed a note, you know. I'm thinking, oh my goodness. I bet a lot of those people commenting couldn't play half as much as those other people were playing. So those are just some of the preludes. Let's go back to the mazurka. Go back to Mazurka land. Let's see. Have one of the later mazurkas. Opus 67, number 3. Opus Posthumous. That means it was published after the composer died. Gustavo, LOL. Right? It's funny, right? Yeah. It's like, why are people complaining about this? I mean, I get it. You know, and the judges have to choose and all that stuff. Oh, Adobe's popping up. Why does Adobe always pop up in the middle of my live streams? You missed 10 notes. I wouldn't know. All right, this is Opus 67, number 3, C major. Oh, I started on the wrong note. Wow, talk about paying attention. I think I've done this one before. Hope that's okay with you. Too complicated, nice and simple. Opus 6, looks like Opus 67, number 4. Again, this is Opus Posthumous. I wonder if it's probably the whole set that he published posthumously, or someone published it after him. Moderato animato, that's kind of an interesting marking. Moderately animated. Moderately animated. Think of that one? Yes, it's okay with me, Jen. LOL. Yeah. Let's see. Doesn't look too bad. He switches to 3 sharps in the middle. I see little chromatic things here and there. Lots of markings, lots of rubato, it looks like. So let's give it a shot. I think this is sort of a Chopin technique, and it's from the Polonaise Fantasy. Let's see. So you notice what he does with the octaves. And that's, I noticed that technique he's using here. Polonaise Fantasy is opus 61. This is opus 67, so maybe not necessarily octaves, I guess, but alternating between those half steps and the dee-da bottom 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 bottom. Polonaise Fantasy is a fantastic piece, by the way. Jake C. God truly did give Chopin with immense talents. Oh my gosh, yes, Chopin, amazing, and all that music. And I think he was, you know, for good, pretty big portion of his life he had tuberculosis. Can you imagine? And you're writing amazing music. Opus 68. Ooh, let's try Opus 68. This is Vivace. What does vivace mean, by the way? Vivace comes from vivare, right? The Italian word vivare, correct me if I'm wrong, with life, right? Vivare, with life. So quite lively. This one is 2 pages. A lot of octaves. Let's give this a try. Maybe we'll do 1 or 2 more since we're kind of rounding things off here. Mondantino, opus 64, number 8 looks interesting. Oh, so does this one. This doesn't have an opus number. What? It just says mazurka. It's an A minor. It says number 50. Does anyone know the opus number, or is it just opus something? Let's take a look. not one of my favorite pieces that I've ever sight read. Yeah, I guess it's just Mazurka number 50 without an opus number. Interesting. All right, everybody. Well, I think it would be nice. Someone suggested let's end with Autumn Leaves. Let's see. I wonder if he hadn't lived such a difficult life, what his music might have been like. That's a very interesting point. Yeah, when you think about that, because the music, he is able to capture some sense of longing, searching for meaning, suffering, and if you wonder, I wonder if he hadn't gone through all that, would he have written what he had? Probably not, right? Because all of our experiences affects how we play, how we compose, how we live our daily life. It doesn't have to be even musical, right? Everything affects everything in one way or another. Speaking of kind of seasons and things like that, Autumn Leaves, this was a special request from Jake C. Good old Jake C. And this is, oh, we got 14 people watching now. Welcome, everybody. Next time I'm hoping to be playing for you I'm trying to get some of my Chopin etude chops back, so I've been working on that one. That's the F major etude, and then there's the F minor. I just love that piece. A lot of stretches for the left hand. So that's going to require a little bit more thoughtful practicing, not too much practicing. And are there any other Chopin pieces you'd like me to learn? Please comment. The sonatas are pretty big, so I probably won't be learning one of those anytime soon. Although after hearing them so much from the piano competition, I thought, wow, I'd love to play one of those. Really wonderful stuff. Again, how did he write all that? And that was before you had Finale and Sibelius and all those music notation programs, right? Crazy town, yeah. All right, here's a lot of little Autumn Leaves. And if you're in your home and you feel like singing along, please do. I wish I could hear you all sing. That would be really cool. Someday, someday. All right. A little different than Chopin. was playing through it, I didn't notice. It's kind of a funny. I see your lips, the summer kisses, the sunburned hands I used to hold. If my hands were sunburnt, I don't know if I'd want people holding them, right? Because nothing sunburned hands, that would hurt, you know? Anyway, that just kind of struck me as I was playing through it. I don't remember hearing those lyrics. Well, often we hear this in French, right? Yeah, very good. All right, everybody. Well, thank you all for tuning in. A special thanks to my wonderful Patreons. It's because of all of them that I get to keep doing this stuff on my YouTube channel. We're almost up to 1,300 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And, click that little notification bell, because that way you get to hear about videos I do. You know, I don't do more than usually 1, if 2 a week. So I'm striving to try to do at least once a week for all of you. Not a live stream, but at least. Great Pumpkin. It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. I do have a video playing Linus and Lucy. If I play that now, I'll get demonetized. Well, just this video will get demonetized. So I'll do a separate video. I already have one of that, though, from last year. I played, Right? That's a great piece. So, yeah, check that out. I don't know. Yeah, they're really picky about that particular one. With the monetization stuff there, which is kind of funny. So, that's the way it is. But so yeah, I hope to see all of you again in maybe another month or so. I'll probably try to do one before Thanksgiving, another sight reading live stream. If you like my music musings, you got to get on my Patreon, because I do music musings for all my Patreons once a month. Last month we did some really cool music. Next week for my Patreon, we're going to be doing some spooky haunted music, and yeah, and you get more info and things like that, get more exclusive content on Patreon. So always lovely if you head over there to check that out. And if you don't like it, you don't like it, you can say, I'll just stick with your YouTube channel, Jen, right? Which is just fine. I love all my subscribers and everything like that. So I do apologize that we had such problems with the audio. I don't know what's going on with all of that, so I'll try to fix the audio. Maybe my mic's messed up here, I don't know. I have 2 different lavalier mics, because one of them bummed out on me a few years ago, so I'll have to look into that. But I promise I will try to do better with the audio next time. It's always a work in progress, just like life. It's a work in progress, right? All right, everybody, enough of me blabbering on. Thanks for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Have a great Halloween. Remember, take your vitamin D, all that good stuff. Get some sunlight, get some exercise. Enjoy time with friends, family, all that good stuff. So have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you next time. Ending in 5.